You might be surprised to hear this, but last year or last couple of years, I think, my wife has wandered around the house singing Jesus Aguilar, Marlins first baseman, because he was her favorite. And I told her she has to make room for someone new now because this guy.
It's an odd thing to be singing around the house.
Agreed.
Did she write a song?
To the tune of what?
I'm confused.
Just like that. No,
To the
just
tune
like
of what?
I said, Jesus Aguilar, Marlins first baseman, just like that.
A finger snap at least?
But I told her now we have a new favorite first baseman because this guy on the corner with Berger, they're a buddy cop movie. Like, it's fun to see the Marlins playing
Bellenberger.
September baseball, and this guy just taking giant swings. I love seeing him in the middle of the lineup. He makes me happy. So, Josh Bell, thank you for joining us and replacing our previous sung about first baseman in the house. She has not sung about you yet, but
You might actually be married to Charlotte.
No.
She's married to Jeremy.
Charlotte, I'm married to Tyler. He doesn't work here.
Jesus Aguilar, the Marlins first baseman.
Nobody sings that.
Okay, well, they don't sing it anymore because this guy is their first baseman now. And so, Josh, thank you for joining us. The first thing I wanted to throw in front of you, though, is would you be willing, either we haven't decided whether it would be after home runs or after victories, but would you be kind enough to select for us either a home run bell or a victory bell to accompany either Marlins wins or home runs by you? Would you be kind enough to do that for us?
Yeah, so I was talking with the media team, the front office team. They were playing the Taco Bell little ding before every at bat. I think they're gonna work with post hits, post homers. So they're already taking exactly that one right there. So they're taking that in stride. And yeah, it's been a fun run so far.
That's a good
really
sound,
awesome
though, because it sounds ominous. It sounds foreboding. It sounds threatening.
Yes.
This
It also sounds like 4 a.m. after live.
Yes.
You get it, huh?
Yeah. A nice night to hit the
A
drive-through.
little fourth mealer.
Well, Josh, what is the media team doing? Because when Burger has a big game, Burger King shows up with a stack of burgers. Why are you not getting tacos from Taco Bell?
Actually, that's already happened. I don't want to say last homestand they had probably 100 burritos, 100 soft tacos, got to bring it into the clubhouse. And if you've been following, we had the 2 grand slams by Jess Chisholm over the last series this past weekend. So yesterday we came into the clubhouse and there was probably 50 grand slams from Denny's waiting in the lunchroom. Guys are like trying to order steak, like eat healthy meals. And there's like, pancakes? Like, can't say no to that. It's been awesome with the endorsements.
At LeBatard Show, Juju, put it on the poll. Better, burgers or tacos?
Denny's.
That wasn't one of the choices. Thank you. Not what I offered you. Can we give him a couple of more bell sounds, though? Because it sounds like he's picked one, but that is when you come to the plate. For a home run or something, would you be willing to take this under advisement? That's not good enough.
No.
Let's get ready.
I'm not against it.
Okay.
I'm not against it.
Okay,
Anything after a home run, really.
1 to 10 bells. How many would you give that one?
1 to 10 bells.
I would give that a 7.
Wow, very lenient grader.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we have here.
I like that.
That's
I
pretty
like
good.
that. Like
bell.
right after the ball leaves the yard.
Yes.
As I'm jogging around the bases.
yes.
That's
That's pretty
cool.
good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Like a gothic home run.
Yes,
Yes.
that's pretty
Yeah.
strong.
How many bells?
I'm giving that a 10.
10.
Yeah,
I might take that to our team.
You want to revise the first one and maybe bring that down a little bit?
Yeah,
What do you think?
No, he's saying he might take that to his team because that would sound cool as hell. If you hit a ball 450 feet and that's the sound that chases you around the bases, let's see what else we have. Well, no. That's
Yeah, I'm going to give that a 3.
okay.
All right, good.
That might be a stretch.
That's too nice, Josh.
Yes, it is too nice. You're being very polite. Let's give him another one. Wait a minute.
Well, yeah, that's not going anywhere.
I'm just making sure you give that one a 10 out of 10. I'm just making sure you give that in your
10
marketing
bells.
team a
What
10
are
out
you
of
trying to do?
10.
You're trying to
Well,
trick
here
him?
I am. Baby, endorse me, please.
Ooh. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's up there too. I like that.
Josh, you watch Stranger Things?
I saw the first 2 seasons. I kind of fell off after a while.
Yeah, the latest season, there's a definite bell like that. Yeah.
That's the Undertaker's bell.
Vecna's curse.
Well, all right.
Not against it. It's up there too.
Okay. Now this one, I think you'll give this one 10 bells out of 10.
Wait a minute.
That's a 10. Yeah.
That's all I'm legally allowed to play.
No.
You want us to
is
send
that
that
the,
to you, or what do you think?
Do you get it?
Yeah, is that that viral video on Instagram?
No, Matt, that's Ring My Bell. How old are you?
Oh, is that it?
You can
No, I got nothing. Sorry.
Hey,
I might ask my mom and dad about that one, but I got nothing for that.
That's right, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Marlins first baseman.
Mike, you are the age of the dad of the Marlins first baseman. That's what he just said. Ask my mom and dad about that one.
Oh, that's a classic, man. You can ring my Marlins first baseman.
We're going to call Valerie and get her to sing the song.
No, you're not.
Josh, can you explain to us how difficult it is
10
to
bells.
transition, to make friends in a new clubhouse, to learn a new city, to learn a new culture, to be traded and still have to be great at baseball?
Yeah, so I've been traded a couple of times now. I got traded from Pittsburgh to DC, but that was in the off season, so I had a full spring training, got to meet coaches and all that. Last year, I got traded from DC to San Diego in the middle of the season, middle of like a playoff hunt. That was tough, but I think this go round was a little bit easier just because I'd been through it before. Obviously, I'd known Skip just from across the way. He was with the Padres for a while, coaching first base, so I got to chat with him for a bit. And then Jacob Stallings was a guy that I virtually got drafted with, our catcher here. So I've known him for 10 plus years in pro ball. So he was the first text I got on my phone after Kim, our GM, called me and said, welcome to the organization. The first text that came in was Stallings, like, hey, I'm so pumped to be playing with you again. So. I think just walking to the clubhouse for the first time, meeting the guys, obviously there's a lot of jitters, but once you get in between the lines playing baseball, it's the same game, new teammates, obviously a better team, more opportunity to win, which I'm pumped for.
You mentioned one of Jazz's grand slams. The distance that he hits that baseball at that size still stuns me. I don't really understand the bat speed. He's not supposed to hit the ball as far as you hit the ball. Can you explain it to me?
Yeah, he uses all of his levers. I think that he's if I'm I'm like a grizzly bear, he's like a cheetah. Like he's electric. He's like quick, springy. It seems like he can wait just a little bit longer to make decisions before he wants to swing and still get the bat head out in front because he's got that kind of springy, explosive energy. And we go back and forth in BP. You should swing by early. It's me, him, Berger, all in the same BP group. We're not leaving the round with a lot of balls being thrown in. A lot of balls leaving the yard. A lot of balls in the upper deck. He's definitely electric. He's fun to watch, and him in center field too. He's made some really, really good strides this year. It's been a lot of fun to watch.
I think what Dan was trying to ask you is why don't you hit the ball further? If Jazz can hit it that far at 185 pounds, I mean, why aren't you hitting like 100 feet?
Yeah,
further?
I'm working on
Exactly
it.
what he was saying, yes.
Well, who amongst you, though, who wins that? Because I imagine you guys are also competitive there. In terms of hitting the ball the furthest, who wins most frequently?
I would say Berger, especially in game. We all follow exit velocity. So like a good exit velocity, is 95 and up. And I want to say the leader this year might be 122 miles per hour. And Berger, when he mishits balls, doesn't hit them well, it'll be 107 miles per hour. And when he gets them, it's 117 miles per hour. He had a home run this past weekend that was the lowest ball flight that I've ever seen leave the ballpark. It was to right center. He hit it at I want to say it was 116. And that's really unheard of. I'll hit balls and you hit it right, it goes at 95 miles per hour, but you see him, like, he's in the box, and you see the infielders kind of back up a little bit to the edge of the grass, like, okay, like, here it comes.
Are you just a giant baseball nerd? Because we were trying to look up stuff on you, and your Twitter bio is just "I love baseball." And then we asked Ryan, he's like, "Yeah, he just likes to play baseball. That's it."
Well, when you get traded 3 or 4 times in 2 years, you can't, like, keep changing cities over and over again. I was just like, all right, wherever I end up, I end up.
Josh, was there a part of you? I'm a Met fan, so stay with me here. Was there a part of you that was laughing when they fielded a ball, threw it to third base, and no one was at third base? Were you laughing?
That was wild, but, you play this game long enough, you see some crazy things.
Not that.
It was a good throw if someone were there, but it's tough. It's funny because we also got thrown out on that play, so it didn't really work out in our favor. We scored a run, ended up winning the game, but didn't quite make it to third. It was just a crapshoot there.
Do you have any unusual Miami observations, the city of Miami observations, that moving here you're like, what is this?
I am a way better driver now than I was 2 months ago.
You have to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
I'm bobbing and weaving a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How do you feel about that bell right there?
Although that might be Jorge Soler.
I'm not a big fan.
No, thank you.
I'd give it a 3,
He was a decent man. He was being polite, but he's got no time for you've extended it too far.
Do you think The Matrix would have been better or worse if Kevin Costner agreed to the role of Morpheus?
Worse.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, the Matrix that's my favorite movie of all time.
That's
I
fish
think
words.
they couldn't have done anything better, aside from maybe that last one. They could have done without one.
How'd you know, man?
Without it.
Josh, you're opting in, right? You're not going to test free agency.
please
You
opt
You're
in.
just going to confirm.
Come on, let's
right
put
now.
Miami
Yeah.
in that bio.
Just decide right
Let's
now.
get Miami in the bio.
I'm not worried about anything else.
No, worry about
No,
that.
no,
Why
no,
don't you
no.
just
Worry
opt
about
in
opting
now?
in, yeah.
Just opt in right now.
Don't
We're
even
ideal.
worry about the options.
Just tell them
exactly
now.
I gave you the
right.
ring.
So you're in.
You opt in. $16 million. You opt in, and that's it. We got.
Yeah.
You get to stick around next year.
No uncertainty.
Good.
Same uniform next year.
Josh,
No
don't
deal.
laugh silently
That
in our
sounds
face.
like a
That
no
sounded
deal.
like no deal, no comment is what that sounded like. That sounded like I'm definitely opting
I always
out.
feel like I play my best ball whenever I'm focused on, what's right here in front of me. We got Sengna tonight. He's had an incredible start over here in the States. And, if we get to the postseason, we make this push. Obviously, this crowd's been electric. This organization has accepted me. My family loves it here. This has been a dream come true. And I would definitely love to stay.
Yeah, we'll say
that's
confirmed.
not
He
the
is
same.
opting in.
No, definitely no. I would definitely like to say is not opting in.
That sounded like
It
he's
is
Sounds
not
like
the
an
same
opt-in
thing.
to
That's
me,
not
and
what he
that's
said.
binding in
binding.
court.
16.5 million reasons. I mean,
binding.
Not enough. Not enough. Josh, did you laugh like the rest of us at the fact that you had a 45-year-old ball boy grab Freddie Freeman's double when it was in play and throw it into the stands? He was mustachioed and he was not a ball boy. He was 45 years old and he wasn't wearing a ball boy's uniform. What was happening there?
Man, that's tough. I feel so bad for him. And then it's like you look up an inning later and he's been replaced. We're like, did he get fired? Like, oh man, that's tough. But it happens. It happens with fans all the time. Obviously, you don't want to see it from the ball boy, but tough angle. He's just trying to do his job. I think it was like a record-breaking double too, which makes it a little bit worse. He just tosses it in the stand, so it can't be authenticated or anything like that. Yeah,
Was he
probably worst
fired?
case scenario for that kid tonight.
It wasn't a kid. It was a 45-year-old man.
Bet you he knows Ring My Bell.
He is the opting in Josh Bell. He will be with the Marlins next season at $16.5 million. Thank you, Josh, for being on with us.
Well, if you're going to say next season and beyond. And then we both.
nice.
Good talking to you, Josh. Thank you for making the time.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you guys.
Stugotz, we have for a couple of years now, with many struggles in a way that's been kind of exposed to our audience for all to see, tried to build a video network on our own after leaving ESPN. Mike Ryan was just with executives in New York. Meadowlark has New York offices. There were big DraftKings meetings. DraftKings has a network that's it's going to put us in a lot of places as DraftKings grows and we grow as a content company. And there have been a lot of bruises along the way that people who listen to this show have felt because the pirate ship has taken a battering. But we now have shows that are up and getting popular. Oddball with Amin El-Hassan and Charlotte Wilder. Pablo Torre Finds Out has done very good numbers because he's doing excellent journalism. Nothing Personal with David Sampson is growing by leaps and bounds and is jealous of all the support that Pablo Torre Finds Out has.
Should be. Yeah.
And God Bless Football has exploded because Billy is trying to corral Stugotz every week, and this week they give you Eckler and Mostert, and Chris Sims is great. Chris Sims is a football analyst, I think is better than anyone we've ever had around here analyzing football games. I think I can say that in 20 years.
Wait, wasn't he the anti-Tua guy for a while?
He still is.
He still is.
He's pretending
okay.
he's not.
But he's
he
the
is.
best.
Yeah,
Got it.
just wait until he has a bad
He's
shot.
very good
look,
at it.
You can know a lot and get things wrong in this sport all the time. Look at what happened to Shanahan at his quarterback position. Like, no matter your level of expertise, you're going to blow it all the time. But Colin Cowherd is 0-9-1 against the spread. And we, our celebrity prognosticator, we haven't done it this season, but we should do it. And I was saying, Mike, that one of the things we should do is get Greg Cody's 4-year-old granddaughter and just have her pick games that have already happened the first 2 weeks. The results are already in, but just have her pick games, and that'll be our record going against Colin Cowherd, whatever it is she chooses randomly on games that have already been decided. But the reason I bring all of this up, Stugotz, is because with DraftKings, which has been a great partner so far to us, they leave us alone, and all they ask is occasionally, can you do a gambling segment? Can you do a sponsored gambling segment? My answer is always no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because there are people out there doing this very well, Stugotz. You should listen to their information. They're on the DraftKings network. They are doing all the analysis to help you with sophisticated betting analysis that isn't what we do around here as a show because we don't quite fit with their level of expertise on how to pick these things. Because when I go to you on a pick for a game, you're not going to tell me they're batting .212 against lefties on the road and their on-base percentage isn't very good. You're just going to go with your gut and make a pity pick.
Right. Who needs the game more? I mean,
who needs it more? Right. But Mike Ryan insists. He says DraftKings wants to do against the spread. We'll take some music from the 1920s and we'll do bare minimum production on this.
Yeah.
And we should be doing this better.
Lay out for the crescendo. There it is.
Love a little honk.
Put it on the poll. Do you love a little honk?
Yeah. Dan, you've never really joined in on what is the staple of this benchmark.
Yeah.
It's when you say, against the spread.
I don't think today's the day.
Yeah?
We'll see.
Well, when will the day be? Because he hasn't sung it once. And it's been a good show.
Because I don't like to do this way.
What is this called?
It's called Against the Spread.
Against the spread.
We're picking games against the spread.
And it's brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code Dan, and that's a very important promo code right there. DAN. Use that code Dan when you sign up on the app, and a limited time offer will be presented to new customers. Promo code Dan.
Are you going to make a pick today? Or?
Well, how are we doing? I'll make picks. I don't mind.
Oh, we're doing very well. Very well. A handful of people are in lead dog position for the very special prize at year's end.
So you mean like how are we doing in terms of betting, not like emotionally?
All of the things.
Two different
is what
answers.
I'm asking. I think we're losing both ways. Yeah. I don't think they're different answers. I think
I'll
it's
go
the same
first.
Answer.
I'm taking Jess's Notre Dame Fighting Irish against Ohio State.
Wow.
Against the spread.
What are they getting?
I really like what I've seen out of Notre Dame this year. I think they successfully, maybe with a little help of the weather, successfully navigated the one potential dumb one on their schedule until next week when they play Duke.
But Mike, this might be the one team Sam Hartman has never seen
in the history of college
Jessica,
football.
last year was it Toledo that you should have lost to?
That was 2 years ago, Dan, and
Jason
you're living
Candle.
in the past, okay? I will be there Saturday night. It's a green
Nice.
out. Notre Dame will be in all green, fellas.
Eco-friendly.
Jessica, it should be known, Golick and Smetty, is that part of what you're doing with Notre Dame, or is this just a personal trip for fun because you wanted to be around a Notre Dame game?
Golick will be there. I will be there. So Golick and Smetty will be there.
Nice.
We don't have like a show out there or anything. Would
But-
love to do another live show from
Bountiful content opportunities for your social channels. The spread in that one is 3. I think that's too many.
They're getting 3 at home?
Yeah,
Really?
I like Notre Dame a lot this year. So, and I'm a little down on what I've seen from Ohio State so far, albeit early. Jess, you're next on Against the Spread.
I'm going to pick another upset this weekend. Utah's favored -4.5 against UCLA. They are a banged-up team, and they have struggled against some other opponents like Baylor this season. So I'm going to go with UCLA.
Against the Spread.
Salt
By the way,
Lake City on a Saturday night.
I can screen cap it for you. I went 9-0 in my college football picks this past weekend.
I think it's a
9-0.
12:30 game, Stu.
Don't
West
believe
Coast
you.
time.
I'll show you my Texas Cowboy Carl.
I don't believe you. Jessica, are you and Lucy doing point spreads?
Lucy Deucey.
Are you a loosey goosey?
Huh.
Silly goosey?
Lucy or Goosey, you mean?
Yeah, that was a great game.
Stay tuned for some Lucy and Goosey and Jess conversations later in this episode.
That's what I was asking you. Are you doing spreads
Yes,
in
I'm a
the
Lucy Goosey.
post-game show? Do you have a name yet for Lucy?
I don't make picks, Dan, except for
Against the Spread. Now Charlotte is next, and Charlotte is so bad at this game. She is not
Well,
one of the
because
lead dogs.
you tossed me in here the first time, and you're like, we're playing against the spread, but we're not going to tell you how. Ha ha. And it turns out how is just saying against the spread. But now I know that.
That's the
so-
ticket.
There's not more to
There's
it
more
than
to
that.
it.
That's
Okay.
all
Yeah,
the
well, you
production
also have to
that
pick
went
a
All right.
game.
Well, I am picking a game. I'm going to take Colorado over Oregon.
What?
They are a 21.5 point underdog. Sorry, Tony. I think that people keep. Yeah. Okay. Oh, great. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
I think people keep counting out Dion and his squad.
The haters do.
After,
Really?
yeah, the haters.
That's
Is
the
that what we're
analysis.
doing, counting them
Charlotte.
out?
That's-
They have to lose this
That
week.
is the
Are they
analysis.
going to win the game?
have to.
And I think it's prime time, baby.
Are they winning?
Colorado against the spread.
Are they winning it outright? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Wow, yes, I
Oh
love
my
this. Yes,
God!
yes.
Not how you
Great.
Come on.
That's how you play.
No, that's how
But
we
I
play a
took-
different game that I'm going to sell in later on. Super Dogs.
Come on.
Super
This is ridiculous.
Clip this one, I'm right.
Tony is flashing a primetime shirt. Billy wanted to take Colorado. And I hate as analysis on the expert DraftKings channel, you saying some form of they're going to take care of business as analysis.
Love it.
CCB, yeah.
Yep.
Terrible analysis.
Thank you.
Billy, what's your pick?
I'm gonna take the Dolphins -6 over the Broncos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Against the spread.
Yeah.
Tony, what are you picking?
We're staying in the NFL. We're going to the DMV. I have a feeling that the Washington Commies are going to TCB this weekend against your Buffalo Bills. Give me the Commies +6.5.
Are they gonna win outright?
Outright?
That's not how we play the game.
gonna
Outright
win it?
victory?
No, give me the 6.5.
6.5. He needs
That's
all
super
6.5.
dogs.
Sam Howell, keep an eye on.
All right, we're
Stugotz.
bouncing it back to
Dan?
Stugotz in there.
I am going to go to Tampa Bay. I am going to take the Buccaneers +5.5 at home against the NFC champ Philadelphia Eagles.
I wanted that one.
Baker Mayfield will be in full bloom if he is 3-0 on a Monday night, beating Philadelphia. I am going to take Baker to not only cover the 5.5,
There it is.
but to win the game
Not
outright.
what we're playing. It's
But
a
I'm
different
taking the
game.
Bucks here 5.5
That's super dogs.
against the spread. That is super dogs.
It's a good one. I wanted that one too.
Can I just
You
take?
can have mine because
Billy
I wanted the
went first.
Dolphins.
Why didn't you just take?
I
Whatever,
just sent you my screen caps from Cowboy Carl, verified.
Why didn't you just take what you wanted?
Can't do that.
Can I take baseball?
Yeah, just
Sure.
say run line again.
I don't want to do a run line. I want to do. Am I playing it incorrectly?
Yes,
Say,
and you know
You
it
have to
because
take
the
the run
wry
line.
smile would suggest
the
you
Tampa
know you're
Bay
playing
Rays
Yeah, he's
over
grinning.
on the run line, on their
That's-
run line, just
Okay,
their
okay,
personal
yes,
run line.
-1.5.
No.
Oh, team total
I'm
over?
saying team
This is
total-
not the team total game.
Yeah.
That's a
You-
different
It's a
you
new
know
game.
you're-
It's a different game.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
This is
Next
not the
week.
day to do
Superdawgs
this, sir.
is the team
Come,
total
this
game.
game has been explained
Wait
to
a
you
minute.
several
Is the team
times
to-
over.
Is the team total game? Is that like Super Dogs? Is that what that's called?
Super Dogs is when you take a big long shot. You know what a Super
You know
Dog
that's
is.
not the game.
What do you mean?
I want to just do this to your neck with my microphone cable. You're so bad.
Oh my God, that's
That's
going to
not
be
how you
entered
play
as
it?
court testimony in like a couple years
I did it.
at most.
I did it.
You would strangle me to death right now because I don't want to do this.
And you didn't even sing the song. It's against the spread.
The Reaper has arrived. This sprawling mess of a thing where no one actually adheres to anything.
You mean the bucket of death brought to you by KFC's new hot and spicy wings, Dan? Order an 8-piece of the new hot and spicy wings for $4.99 at participating KFC today. It's finger-licking good.
Billy has already gone to the bucket. He has in his hand whatever his choice is. Before we get any further into this, though, Mike, because I'm very frustrated with how sloppy all of this is and has gotten, sprawling and too much. Penalties are not paid.
Oh, we're getting going.
I paid one
changed,
yesterday. I mean,
Yeah.
What was the one you paid yesterday?
Well, it's up to the
surprise.
yeah. There's a certain standard we like to aspire to.
What was the one you paid yesterday?
Stugotz, like it's still pending because Stugotz tried to take the easy way out on his
The
punishment.
public hasn't seen it yet.
stunning.
Yeah.
I did what I was asked to do. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
I haven't seen it yet, but there's a whole submission process that I didn't think you followed through
But
on.
punishments are coming.
Now you're involved,
Folks, death is on its way.
December.
Yeah, this is terrifying. Death walked in here, and I was like, oh my God.
It's September. It's not Deathcember. Tomorrow, Chris Cody will do the entire show as the Dark Knight, in the voice of the Dark Knight. Next week, he's doing an entire show with an entire pack of Big League Chew in his mouth. So some penalties are going to be paid. Billy, what is in your
He's doing the Matt Harvey.
right hand, Billy?
I got the Patriots, who are a 3-point favorite over the Jets, and it's really tempting because the Jets are not.
The Jets are at home. That game is in New York. Are you going to keep it?
I'm going to put it back.
Ooh,
I
man.
like to live dangerously.
Dude.
The
Yeah.
Jets have lost to
Patriots-
the Patriots like 15 consecutive
Come on,
times.
Patriots
Billy.
own Zach
I
Wilson.
like to live. Can I change my mind? Can I succumb to
No,
peer
you put it
pressure?
back.
Oh.
You already did it.
Ooh, I got the Wizard of Oz, which means I
Oh.
can choose the Lions, the Tigers, or the Bears.
The Lions are a 3.5-point favorite at home. The Bears are terrible. A Chiefs underdog, -13. If you want to go Bengals,
Ooh, Bengals.
They're due.
the Bengals are -2 at home against the Rams.
And Clemson's terrible.
I thought you could pick from any sport.
I can.
Tigers from
You
any
can.
sport.
We
Playing
can.
Florida State this weekend.
You can think this one out as Jess goes to the
Okay,
bucket.
I'll think this one out.
Just have an answer.
I don't
So
think you should have that much time to think about
Well,
it.
he's
but
not going to give us an
Pay it
answer and make it confusing
I got the
and muddled.
Panthers. I'm putting that one back.
Yep, you should
That was
do
a
that.
rough Monday Night
That's
Football game.
At Seahawks, -5.5.
you just would hope that your quarterback could line up under the center.
That was a brutal video for Bryce Young. The Colts playing the Ravens this weekend. I don't have a choice.
They're +8 against the Ravens. So is Minshew starting?
Yes. He is.
Charlotte's not picking today. You're going to pick tomorrow,
Yeah, we're gonna-
Charlotte?
Yeah, I'm going to pick tomorrow, but big Gardner Minshew fan, so, Jess,
Aren't we
there's
all?
hope.
Fun with that
He's
side.
special.
Aren't we all?
Yeah,
I
Billy.
think I made a decision. I'm going to take the LSU Tigers over Arkansas.
Nice.
Oh,
Really good.
interesting.
What kind of
I
point
think
spread is there in
14
that game?
points, right?
I don't see the spread, but I'm just feeling good about this one. See that little graph and it says 88.3% chance of winning. I like those odds.
Nice. Rummaging.
Yep, we noticed.
Gotta find the right helmet.
You're rummaging too hard on the KFC bucket.
Ooh, I think I found the right one. The Dolphins.
The Dolphins are
Broncos.
6.5-point favorite at home against Denver.
Keeping it.
Before we get into this Boebert video that I've been wanting to talk about for 2 days, can you just quickly clean something up for me? I did not get enough Tomlin during the useless sound montage, so just give me some. Jessica just mentioned that was some awful football, hard to watch on Monday night, all of it. But Tomlin was there for us, being splashy. Of course, the Steelers win because it was Monday night, and Steelers win half of their games, even when you don't expect
They'll get to
them
9-8 somehow, Dan.
They're going to have a winning season because Tomlin is out there always having winning seasons. What did he say after this one against Cleveland?
This is the sport entertainment business. It is our job to win and thus entertain them. And so, we don't begrudge them for that. We want them to be fat and sassy and spoiled. It is our job.
To make fans fat, sassy, and
I
spoiled?
love Mike
He's the
Tomlin.
best.
That was a question about the fans chanting "Fire Canada" during Monday Night Football because everyone hates their offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh that much. What an answer, though. Didn't expect that.
Do you guys remember the video of the woman, the news video that went viral where she said, "We're going to eat soups and get fat and sassy"? No? Cool.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's what that made me think of. And back to you guys. All
Thank
right.
you, Charlotte. Oddball every day, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Please watch it.
Thursday
Please also
and
subscribe to my
Friday.
Substack.
Here,
A terrible teammate I was.
you can just beg for people to please watch Oddball because
Please watch Oddball.
Charlotte descends into the muck. She's very good when mistakes are made, reacting to them genuinely, even though it's not the most professional of things, and Amin is not the most professional of things. Oddball, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Please watch.
Thank you.
Let's get to this video real quick. Mike Ryan has told me it's too racy, that we have to blur out images here because Boebert is going to town. Boebert is at a Beetlejuice theater. She's on a first date, allegedly. She's a 36-year-old grandmother. She's vaping.
Is that the corporate name for the theater? The Beetlejuice Theater? Don't say the third time.
Guaranteed
That's
rate
twice
theater.
And let's just play this video. Stugotz, I want all your thoughts. An aggressive first date in public. A lot of groping and handling. A last date as well, we've been told. Make sure to blur that out. We don't want to be too racy, too dangerous here. Stugotz, I mentioned yesterday, you have really gotten to an interesting place in the world when Howard Stern is outraged by your behavior.
Right.
I don't know what's
He's getting
happened.
old. I
I
mean.
don't know what's happened in this country when he's the moral arbiter for you don't do that in a theater.
Really?
You don't vape and
I'm mostly impressed by the security cameras in the Beetlejuice theater. Those
Right?
are pretty good.
I mean, 5 years ago, he'd have them on as guests. I mean,
not that long ago.
So Boebert, Republican, famously wants to clean up the nation from the toxic morality.
Party of family values.
Yeah, of the left. Doesn't want drag brunches, even though she's on a first date with a bar owner that does host drag brunches, that is also a registered Democrat, with a little over the pantsy, HJ, on the first date in a public setting.
Over the pantsy.
A little over the pantsy. Yeah.
OTPHJ.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, little boob fondlage.
Jess fed me that 3 times.
I was like, please just say it.
I had to write down all the
the
letters.
only abbreviation we have for this whole segment.
Stu was like, this feels like math.
He ended Monday's show by whimpering professionally into a microphone. I'm tired.
Well, aren't we all?